Hi, this is Alok Jain and I'm going to be talking about Eclipse IDE. Before we start anything, I wanted to say a few things about the Integrated Development Environment or IDE. Gives you is a software or collection of software which provides you most of the tools to do your development in one place. It usually consists of a source code editor, a debugger, and other helpful tools. I'll just explain in a little while what that means. Most of the IDEs these days have code completion built in, which is a huge time saver. What that does is it's like autocomplete in when you send a text message or type an email. So instead of completing the dictionary words, here it completes the Java program, the programming words, or in this case Java, if we are going to be doing Java. So Eclipse is an open source project. What that means is that you get it for free. You can use it for free. It is widely used in the industry and it is very versatile and it is customizable. That means you can have your own fonts, you can define your own uh, screen sizes and your custom menus. We'll just talk about that. So now we are going to talk about the different areas on the screen. As you can see, here is the Eclipse menu on the top, which has the file, edit, refactor, navigate, search, project, run, window, and help. Now you may see different menus depending on what plugins you have and what other installation you have done. But most of you'll see file and edit and search and project, run and window and help, which are pre-installed menus. On the left side you see is the navigation area, and all these windows are customizable. You can reduce the size, increase the size, you can move them around, you can minimize them. If you need more workspace, you can restore them. Same with this. So these are all customizable windows and you can customize them. This area in the middle is the editor area. That's where you'll be seeing all your source code and you'll be editing your files. So if you double click on the left side, you can see the source code is there. Now one of the advantages of IDEs is it gives you color coding. For example, the keywords are in different color and the strings are in different color, or your constants are in different color. So that's one advantage you get on the IDE. On the bottom you see the miscellaneous windows, which are helpful windows about the other properties and other related items related to your code. If you notice on the right side you see a window which has, for example, here all the objects and classes and properties of this class listed out. If you notice here on the top right corner, you see tabs like Java EE, debug. These are basically the different perspectives you can open, and what that means is there's some predefined windows arrangement for that perspective which is available to you out of the box. Now you can customize these windows, so you can open, also you can go to the perspective from the top and use any of these perspectives which are predefined, and you may not see all of these depending, because you may not have all the plugins, but or you may have a different version of Eclipse which is only for Java, and whereas I think this one is for Java Enterprise Edition, so it has a lot more options here. Another good feature is sometimes you may mess up with the windows, and so what you can go and do is open perspective, and here you see in the Windows menu is the reset perspective. So it will reset all your perspective. Right now I'm going to say no because I have some customization and I don't want to lose it, but yes, you can don't get stressed out if you see that the windows have got messed up and you lost some windows, so you can always go and come back. Now another interesting thing is here you see these are called, each of these tabs are called views. So you can go to the windows and show view, and you can choose either one of those, the ones which were shown, or you can pick any of the other views you can get, and you can show it here. So you can get all your different views right here. We are now going to start Eclipse and create a new project and see a little bit of debugging. So let's go ahead, and when I click on Eclipse, it brings up the Eclipse launcher window and it shows you to choose a workspace. Now you can choose an existing workspace, or you can create your own workspace. Workspace is nothing but a collection of your projects for organization purpose, and the advantage is you can simply move the projects from one computer to other, and it will work exactly the same on any other Eclipse or any other computer. So I'm going to name this as my workspace and say OK. So this is going to open up the Eclipse like we had seen earlier, and there it is. Now first time you open, it'll show you can go to the help and tutorials and do everything. You actually don't really need this. Switch it off and you see this areas. Right now it's showing the Java enterprise perspective, but we'll change it in a little while. So let's go ahead and create a project and a new class. So the way to do this is you go to the file menu, say new, and say Java project. If you don't see the Java project here, you can go to the other, select the Java from down here, and under that you will see Java project. You can also type in your project type in the box here, and you should see Java project here. So either way you can create that. You can also go back here and say new and Java project. It provides you with the same menu, so you can do that too. So let's go ahead and call this project hello world and say finish. So it has created a new project. Now let's go and see what's inside this project. Right now, if you see the source folder is empty, it has added a lot of libraries which are needed for running this project. So let's go ahead and add a new class. So you go right click, say new, select new and then class. It'll bring up a Java class wizard, and wherein you can type in the different options. So right now you can see this is in hello world / source folder. So you do need to provide a name, and by convention the Java class name start with a capital letter. So let's say call it hello world. You can name it anything you want. It is just a first name that came to my mind. So now we will include this public static void main so that we can run this class and you can see the output. So let's go ahead and click on finish, and there you see it has generated the stub of the class. If you press Control and space after typing, it will show you the various options. So this is auto code complete and you can select any of this. So let's go ahead and type just one letter, say O, and it shows out. Select this, then say P R I, and it shows you so many options. What I am looking for is print ln and control space, and you see this option. So I'm just gonna put it in quotes, hello there. Remember to save the file, save, and let's try to run this. Let's say run, and what do you see? That's fine. And now you can see at the bottom it printed hello there. So that is the first Java program using Eclipse we have written. We will now write a simple program to output the sum of two numbers, and we'll see how we can debug it. Okay, so let's go ahead and comment this out right now, and we'll start from here. Say int num1 is equal to 0, int num2 is equal to 3, int result is equal to 0. Now we're going to assign the values. Result is equal to num1 plus num2. Then we are going to say result is equal to result plus 2, and we are going to say result is equal to result plus 4, and we are going to save it. Now this time, instead of running it, we are going to say debug, but before that we are going to put a debug points here, and we are going to put debug points. What I am doing is double clicking on the left side of in the margin where you can see these blue dots which will appear indicating that you have given a breakpoint here. So what we are going to do is say debug, and it will ask you if you want to switch to the debug perspective. Say yes, and there you see the debug perspective. Now the code has stopped at this point, and here in the on the right hand side you can actually see the values and the variables and the values of those variables. Okay, so now you see that the program has stopped here. If you notice here, these are three arrows, which is step into, step over, and return. So what we are going to use is step over. So when you click on this will go to the next line in the code. If you hover over any of the variables here, it will show you the value what is assigned to this. Right now result is assigned 0 because this line has not executed. So let's execute this line by clicking once more to step over, and now let's see what's the result here. See, result is 3, that is 3 plus 0, num1 and num2. You step one more, and now you see the result is 5 because 3 plus 2 is 5. Then you step over again, and you have reached the end of the code, and you can see the result is now 9. So this helps in debugging the code and knowing the values of the variables and your other items or functions and the return values, so that you can code, debug and improve your code.